and welcome to Miniatures Rundown. I'm Josh.
I'm Mitchell.
And I'm Coty.
And today we're talking about the 40k Battleforces. Last week we talked about the Age of Sigmar Battleforces, linked below. And this week we've got, the 41st Millennium Grimdark Future. I'm joined as often by Mitchell, but also for the first time by our friend Coty here.
Hi, everybody. Coty.
And you play 40k, right?
I do. That is my primary mini game right now. I started a couple years ago. It was my pandemic hobby. And 2 years later, here I am.
And Mitchell, you play 40k.
Yeah, thinking about it, I've been playing for like 10 years now. Off and on. There was the dark times. And then 8th edition happened.
And Josh, you don't play 40k. That's right, I don't play 40k yet. We'll get to that.
Yes.
So we got 3 different perspectives, and we're gonna kind of do what we did for Age of Sigmar, which is we're gonna rank these with our very completely correct, objective personal opinions on the worst of these to the best of these. And there's 3 of us this time.
I do wish I would have known that before we started.
No, I wanted to spring it on you because I want your gut. I want it from your heart.
Okay.
From the worst to the best, and we'll take into account price. They're all $210, right?
Yes.
So not price per price because they're all the same, but price per point, which you guys have both done the hard math on. And then also what these boxes are for and whether you actually want them.
Yeah.
Because I think that might be the big one.
Yes.
It's like whether this stuff's good or not.
Right. So I'm going to start with the one I like the least.
Okay.
And you'll tell me if you agree or not.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of do a round robin of giving our opinions on this. All right?
Yeah.
The one I like the least hurts my soul. Let's go ahead and clear the rest of the boxes off to the sides. So we'll make little stacks. They can sit on the table. It's okay. But the one that hurts the most is because this was actually the first... I have painted Space Marines. I do have a Space Marine army. I just haven't played it much. And I started painting Raven Guard.
I did not.
Because I love beakies, and I love the theme, and I love the black armor with the red. They didn't do that on the back here. They actually went for yellow. But this box, you and I talked about this in our preview.
Yeah.
This box sucks.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
As far as what's in it.
Yeah, it's not great.
Now, give me the points. How many points am I getting if I buy this thing?
I have to.
He's going to pull up his list.
Yep, bring that one up. It is way down here because it's Space Marines. It is... Where are you? 810 points.
So for $210, 810 points.
And this is with all of these points. Oh, we didn't do the thing. All of these points are with no upgrades.
Right. So
it can be above this, but this is the lowest amount of points that you get with this box.
You're getting about 810 points.
About 810 points. And
in this box are everyone's favorite 41st Millennium emo, Ravenstrike. One Primaris Librarian in Phobos armor, which we'll talk about. 3 Eliminators. 2 Invictor Tactical War Suits. Mm-hmm. And 1 box of 10 Reavers. I mean, it's 2 5-man squads.
2 5-man squads.
They come in boxes of 10. Phobos armor ain't good.
No.
The only exception of, I think it was... It's either Incursors or Inceptors.
It's Infiltrators.
Infiltrators.
Because you can drop them on a point, and they have OBSEC on turn 1, and you're like, you have to move me now.
Yes. As a Blood Angels player, it's pretty much an auto pick. But
there are no Infiltrators in this box.
That's one of the few Phobos units that is not in this box.
If the Reavers had been Infiltrators instead, this box would have been much better.
This box would not be my least favorite if that would have been true.
That's fair.
This would have swapped with the one I think is
that's next.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, like Eliminators were good when they came out. They were a little busted.
Yes.
And there was play, I think, late 8th, early 9th for the Invictor Tactical War Suits, but they have since fallen off.
The Invictors might be the best of the bad lot here.
Yeah, probably.
Because they are still, you can still, not deep strike, infiltrate them.
Yeah.
And they do hurt.
Yeah.
I
mean, Eliminators are starting to make a comeback. They just, they gave Laz Fusel free upgrade, I believe.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So they're actually moderately competitive. I've seen them on a few, again, Blood Angels lists. I just picked up a set not too long ago myself.
But this $210 box has 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean they're cheap.
Yeah. And then the librarian is a Phobos librarian he's all about Phobos-based shenanigans.
Yeah.
So he only synergizes with Phobos, which, as we discussed, is not very good except for one unit. There's probably play with buffing your infiltrators with him.
I haven't run one, so I'm not 100%
Maybe?
sure.
He can make your guys harder to shoot.
I know. I read his psychic powers, and I was not terribly impressed.
And then Caven himself is, that he's obviously only useful to you if you play Raven Guard.
Right, because he's
And
literally unplayable outside of Raven.
he is good in Raven Guard, I guess.
I've got no idea.
Raven Guard are not particularly good.
They're one of the lowest, according to the last meta watch.
Yeah, do they still have the thing where it's like if you're more than 12 inches away, you
count as cover. You can shoot at them, but you have cover.
Yeah, they have light cover, I believe.
Okay. Yeah, I think in 8th edition it was just like you literally could not shoot at them if they were more than 12 away, which was like straight up busted.
Yeah, but that's what Cruel Boys in AOS have,
Yeah.
and that's what makes Cruel Boys playable right now, is the Grin and Blade subfaction.
Man, you should put air quotes for unplayable, but okay.
No, it's the only thing that makes them playable.
But yeah, this box, I completely agree. This is the lowest of the 8.
I also agree.
It is unanimous.
Next.
Be gone with you. All right. Volunteer to go next?
Sure.
All right, Cody. What's your worst? So your worst after this, because we've all agreed that is the worst.
Probably the Adeptus Mechanicus box.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. So, let's give us the money.
Oh, money.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's all the money, but
or $210 again.
$210. I believe this is the lowest points wise, because
Yes.
Mechanicus stuff's really cheap at 710 points.
So this is the lowest of the points boxes.
Yes,
by far. I think
Yes.
by a good 100 points.
Just running bare minimum, yes. It's hard to hit like even 700, I think.
Yeah.
So
Admech is one of the most expensive armies.
I believe it is second place only to Gene Stealer cults
Really?
as far as dollars per point. They might have taken first place now.
It's close. I don't remember.
I don't remember who exactly loses
Very
that
close.
coveted trophy.
Yeah.
But they have the problem of being cheap horde-based armies with expensive new models.
Yes.
Yes.
Is that your main reason for hating it?
I mean, just what they bring to the table. Like, there's 3 different troops. I mean, I guess they cover a bunch of different types of units, so that's cool, I guess. But yeah, mostly because they're just expensive points per dollar.
So I guess we didn't say.
And the HQ, you can only run them in Mars.
Right.
So he locks you down.
That is a little strange.
It locks you down to running very specific list.
Which I guess is also true of the Raven Guard.
Mhm.
If you're buying that for General Space Marines, you can't use Caven.
That's also
If you're buying Imperial Fists,
Right, but like if you're buying this box for Imperial Fist or this box for Raven Guard, like you're going to use him because he's in your faction.
right.
Whereas this is like you were limited to a sub faction
Right.
of the whole faction.
Well, but I'm saying you could buy these boxes for other Space Marine
Oh, yeah.
factions.
Yeah, but they come with like the upgrade sprues and stuff, so you're losing a
That's
little bit of
something
value.
we discussed. That one does. This one doesn't.
Does it not?
This one does not come with Raven. It comes with Raven Guard transfers.
Yeah,
but
it
not the
shows them on the
upgrade
back of
sprue.
this,
Oh,
but not that one.
This one comes with the transfers and the upgrade sprues.
I didn't know that.
Another point against this one, because the Raven Guard upgrade sprue is the only way to get good Viki helmets.
Yeah,
Outside of
that's
Forge
true.
World.
That is true.
Now you get one at a time. So this box comes with Skitari.
Yep.
Belsarius Call, the aforementioned Mars fanboy.
Yes.
A couple units of Cataphon destroyers and or breachers.
Yes.
And then 1 unit of the Castellan robots, who is a sculpt I love and Mitchell despises.
They're Fallout for me.
I do enjoy the Fallout.
I'm not a
so-
Fallout fan.
2-on-1, get off.
Not
No.
against it, fair.
You've been
I'm
voted
not
off
a
the
huge
island.
Fallout fan, but I do like the old punk aesthetic, whatever you would call it.
Here's how much I know about Adeptus Mechanicus. I didn't know the breachers were troops.
Yeah.
I've literally only ever seen Skitari.
And
Yeah.
they're not a very good one.
That's why you don't know.
Spoiler alert.
That is also fair because the Cataphon are also some of my least favorite sculpts in this army.
Yeah, I don't like them that much.
I think they're okay.
either.
They're about tied for me. The Cataphons and the robots.
So yeah, this box comes with, you've got lots of troops, you've got your heavy, kind of. It's not a tank, but they don't really do that anymore in big boxes. And then you've got Call, who is a good piece, but Mars is not currently the way to play Admech, if I recall.
It's got some broken stratagems, but I don't know what the most meta way to play them is. I just know that overall in the meta, they're not very good right now.
Admech were very low.
They got nerfed into the ground pretty hard.
They were third from the bottom on the last Meta Watch, I think. Don't quote me on that.
Roughly.
Don't quote me on that, but...
Quote, do it now.
So, Mitchell, are you in agreement? Is this the second worst?
No, I don't think so.
So we'll go for yours next.
I think the second worst is the other Space Marine box.
That was my third.
Yeah, I'm going to go with this is a tie between Admech and Imperial Fists.
Yeah.
So I guess let's transition now to the Imperial Fist box. Because, yeah, I mean, the Admech is all of this, unlike Ravengard, at least all of it's usable.
Sure.
It's, I mean, the breachers kind of suck.
Yeah, that's like half the box, but
That is true. And that's the problem, is that this box is so little for what you're so little bang for your buck.
of course.
That half the box being bad bang is bad. So, Imperial Fists. So I guess we should say the names of these boxes. The Bastion Strike Force. Your yellow mustard packets.
Oh no, I was wrong.
You were wrong?
Admech is not the lowest point-wise.
Admech is not?
This one is.
It is? Oh my gosh. How much is this one? Points-wise.
This one is 675 points compared to 710.
So close. The upgrades might push it one way or the other.
I think I might have added some upgrades just to see what they could do.
Oh yeah, I didn't do any.
And I think the
upgrades
Space Marines are going to have more options for upgrades.
Yeah, probably. I mean,
These guys actually not really.
Really?
With the troops they give you, not really.
Yeah.
Admech has I take a basic unit of troops, and it has 6 different guns in it. They're
Yes.
all...
Yeah, it's like, okay, I've got my arc rifle, my arcabus, and my plasma caliber.
Yep.
Yes.
And the last usual, and this guy has a grenade that's special, and...
And blast phosphorus pistol is, anyway. We're done with Admech. We're on to our cheese marines. Imperial Fists, you get Tor Garadon.
Now, I've seen him in play, because one of my friends plays Imperial Fists.
Okay.
And he did solo a Keeper of Secrets.
I mean, he does have the Imperial Fist, for lack of a better term. Like, you know.
Mr. Fist himself.
Yeah, Fisto, if we're going to use more Fallout jokes.
So maybe not the most competitive, but he is at least strong.
And this is why I think this is very clearly above Ravengard for me. And for me, this is why this is slightly above Admech.
Mm-hmm.
It's bad value points-wise, but everything in here is at least decent.
Yeah.
He's a decent support hero and punchy hero.
Yeah.
Aggressors are fine. Aggressors are a part of Marine lists. And heavy intercessors are not as good as they once were, and they weren't very good.
Yeah, they were really hyped when they first came out. I don't know exactly how they nerfed them or if they even really did.
I think the hype just didn't live up to what they were.
Yeah, I don't think they performed as well as everybody thought they were going to, and that's the reason why it's so low, in my opinion, is if they would have took even just one squad of them out and added something else in, it would have made this box go way higher in the list.
The fact you get 3 of them.
Yeah, 15 heavy intercessors. Heavy intercessors are cool, but 15... I don't think there's going to be a single list out there that runs 15.
I think this box loses for the spam value.
Yes.
Yeah. Because it's a lot of copy-paste, Control V, Control V, Control V.
Yeah.
Because, alright, we took our heavy intercessors, we really need to move these kits because they don't move anymore. Who would use those? Imperial Fists, go.
Right.
They were broken for a while in the new kill team, but they got nerfed, so they're not great there anymore. This one does at least come with the upgrade sprue.
Yeah.
Which is a bonus if you play Imperial Fists, and a massive detriment if you don't, because
you're losing value.
An extra $25.
That is useless to you.
Yeah.
So I think we all are, at least maybe our 2s and 3s are switched.
Yeah.
But we're all kind of in agreement on
very close.
The bottom 3 are the Imperium factions.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Now we get to, I think, where it gets a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
And Mitchell, you get this one. What is your
How did I get this one? That one was mine.
Oh, was yours?
I get this one.
Oh, crap.
Ha!
And
Beans.
I did add
No, I know. Well, I know which one it is not. This is really tough because it's tied for 2 for me.
I think I know which 2.
I'm gonna go for the Sisters box. I'm gonna go for the Sisters box
I can agree with that one.
because it has the problem of Morven Vol, who is once again locked to a sub-faction, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you're locked to a sub-faction.
But at least with her, she is pretty much an auto pick right now.
Yes.
As far as meta goes.
But Paragon Warsuits aren't.
They're decent.
Yeah.
They're very decent. But would you run two
unless
squads
Battlescribe
of
is
them?
wrong. Unless Battlescribe is wrong, I don't think she's locked to a sub-faction.
She's not.
No.
I thought she
I
was.
didn't have to
know.
put in a sub-faction to pick her.
Well, Battlescribe is not. Battlescribe
Yeah,
is not
Battlescribe
law.
I haven't played enough Sisters to know.
Sister's not an army
I
I play.
have like
Well,
squads.
and this is why. This is actually the real reason I picked. The real reason I picked this box is I kind of hate Sisters.
Oh, okay.
This is my personal biases. But no, the real reason is like it's got one Battle Sister squad in here, and they're fine. Like they're your troop. Your Sacrosancts are also kind of your troop. Like they are your troops, but
they are not troops. They're elites.
they're not.
Yeah, that's why this box is so low, because this is basically a Vanguard in a box. Which I mean,
That's
cool and
why
all.
this is a Vanguard with a hero.
Yes.
This is they took a Vanguard troop, slightly heavier troop, bigger heavy troop,
Mhm.
and they put Morven Ball in there.
Mhm.
I think I just have a really bad taste for Paragon Warsuits because we accidentally got 80 of them in the mail one day,
Oh wow.
and we never got rid of all of them.
No, Paragons we're almost out of.
Oh, okay.
We might be out of now. It was the
The evil has been defeated.
yeah, no, the actual evil is the Blood Angels Dreadnought.
The Furiosa Dreadnought.
Furiosa Dreadnought.
Yeah,
we still
well-
have like 60 of those in storage.
Oh God. But yeah.
Here's a couple.
So how many points is this box?
880.
So 170 points over
Yeah, the
Space Marines, the Raven Guard.
Raven Guard was 8. No. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Because Raven Guard was pretty bad at. Oh my God, that's Imperial Fists. 810.
Oh no. So
Raven Guard was 810. So it's 170 points above the
yeah, Mechanicus, which is ugh. So yeah, it's not a lot of points. It's not great models. This might just be my biases personally because these are This is my least favorite army on the table.
Yeah, that's
Um.
impressive.
I love their aesthetic, and I still agree with your placement on them. And it's mostly because of the Paragon suits.
They're.
Like if they wouldn't have done 2 of those and just ran 1, and then added something else.
I would have rather had 2 squads of Sisters and 1
Yeah.
squad of Paragon
Honestly,
Warsuits.
yes.
No,
Honestly,
really?
yes.
Yes, because more troops better for starting out.
Well, I don't know because none of these are over 1,000 points. And when you're at 1,000 points,
This
like,
is true.
You're not necessarily running.
2 troop, yeah, 3 troop,
three
blah,
troop.
yeah, blah blah blah.
So it's completely feasible to only run a patrol and just have 2 troops.
So this is not your next works box.
It is not my least favorite.
All right, but it is yours.
Yes.
Okay. So next, do we want to go in order, Coty, or do we want to hear what Mitchell's next worst box is?
Up to you.
I think I'll go.
All right, hit
Um,
me.
I think the next worst box is Death Guard.
Death Guard.
Oh.
Justify yourself.
My biggest problem with this one, and spoiler alert, Thousand Suns, is they put $170 giant character in there that's only kind of good. Like if you're looking to be competitive, like Magnus sees more play than Mortarion, but like he's only debatably worth it. So that cuts over half of the value of this box out.
So I'm going to guess that your next box is going to be Thousand Suns for that reason.
No, my next box was this.
Okay, so
but it is close between that.
okay,
that
so so points for dollars.
Points per dollar.
Dollars for hollers. I don't know what that game.
Hello, I would like dollars for hollers, please. Is that like Toys for Tots?
Yeah.
I think I was going dollars for scholars, like the scholarship organization.
944 points.
So a nice jump over. Well, I guess it's
And
only a 60. point
Mortarion is 450.
Yes. Yes.
I don't, like I said, I don't know much about Death Guard. I've heard that the Blightlord Terminators are decent.
I certainly hear a lot about Blightlord Termies.
Yeah, I have a buddy who plays them, and they hit pretty hard.
Yeah. And then obviously, like, you know, if you're not running Poxwalkers, you run Plague Marines.
And you do
because-
get 2 units of Plague Marines.
And Plague Marines are good.
Now, part of the problem here is that Plague Marines only come in units of 7,
Yeah,
which is why they're only
Very
50
weird.
bucks
It's
instead of 60.
it's the one time they put out a box of 7, and then they put out the 3. What are they called? The Banner Bearer, the Trumpeter, and the Leader as separate individual models, and I'm like, That's the stupidest thing ever. It's the only time they ever did it.
That's the dumbest thing they've done since Soul Wars.
Yeah. And Soul Wars was dumb.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why this one's my actually favorite. I think the exchange of Morvenvault, especially being a better character than Mortarion, again,
she's only $60.
And she's only $60, so even if you already have her, like, I think that one's slightly better. So that's my justification.
Yeah, the math on this box is if you already own Mortarion, this box is actually worse than buying the 2 units of Plague Marines and the Blight Lords separately.
Yep.
Like, this box is not a good deal if you already own Mortarion and don't want to sell him for resale.
All of the character.
We're going to discount the secondary market part because that's kind of a very much a your mileage vary.
Yeah.
So, Cody, do you agree with that?
I mean, it was next up on my list for that reason, but the only reason why it was higher than Sisters, because if you don't have Morty, like, this is a really good value.
It's only $40 more than Morty and comes with 2 Plague Marines and Termies, all of which you do use.
That's true.
And I will give some points to, even though competitively Morty is not the hotness right now, he is the poster model of the faction.
Yeah.
He is probably a model that if you're a Death Guard fan that you want.
Yeah.
If you're like a centerpiece.
Yeah.
I've never had a Death Guard army, but I've always wanted one. This is great.
And he's not competitively meta, but he's good.
Yeah.
He's not deadweight.
No, he's not deadweight.
No.
I've played against him twice now, and I think he soloed half my list both times.
Yeah, I mean, even if he's not hitting hard, that guy's very scary. Everybody shoot at him, and then all your other guys can go off and do their own thing, and nobody's going to pay attention to them.
Because, like, in the tradition of Death Guard, he's very hard to kill.
Yes. So that gives a little more points to me, and I think that's why this, to me, is better than Sisters.
That's fair.
Because
I can see your point of view.
I'm kind of, and I guess we'll talk about this at the end, but how you approach these as why you're buying these boxes, I think might influence a lot of your value with these. So I guess let's talk about, I think this is going to be next on our list for everybody. Does anybody disagree?
I don't.
No,
I think that's right.
Yes.
All right. So, and I think we're going to kind of have the same reasons. Let's give us the points in dollar breakdown.
Point is 1,140 points.
So more than 100-point jump.
Yep.
200-point jump, because this was a 940, right?
944, yeah.
So 200-point jump from...
from Death Guard.
Death Guard. Same issue?
Yeah. Magnus, I believe, sees a little bit more competitive play than Mortarion, just because he's a, giant kill me or I'll kill you, whereas Mortarion is very similar, but is kind of harder to kill. The reason that this is higher, in my opinion, is other than Magnus, everything in this list is competitively playable. Everything.
Yeah, Thousand Suns like their characters because they're Psycho Army.
Yep,
and that means
you
characters.
Want as many characters. This has technically 4 characters in it.
This
which is awesome.
Gets a lot of points for me for not having any gosh darn Zangors.
Yeah.
I think this is the first.
The Zangors at home.
This might be the first Thousand Suns box we've ever gotten that doesn't have Zangors in it.
Well, I mean, since they were out of the faction, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because they're in Sigmarian 40k, and I think they printed too many.
Yeah. So for that one, everything. This box is eminently playable. Everything is what you want. And again, Magnus gets points for being the centerpiece.
Yeah.
You probably want him if you're playing Thousand Suns, and he's better than Morty.
Yeah. There is a slight change from what you said earlier. That the spam one, which one was that?
Yeah.
Is that these can be taken in units of 5. Rubric can be taken units of 5, and there are 20 of them in here.
This
so
is
you can
true.
take 4 units, which is what most competitive lists do. We'll take 5 main units.
Okay. So this is kind of spammed.
It's kind of spammed, but it's also like kind of rightly spammed.
They're better to spam rubrics than heavy intercessors.
Yes.
So not much to say about this one, but
it's great.
We're getting into the good boxes now, right?
Yeah, I like it better than Death Guard because say you take that centerpiece out and you don't want to play with Magnus, but you still want to paint him and collect him and stuff like that. It still gives you another HQ choice, so you can add something different to your list. Versus with Death Guard, you take Morty out, then you got to get something else to replace him. Whereas
like not only is this total more points, Magnus is also less points than Mortarion, so you even have to exchange less if you don't want to use him.
Yeah.
So I think this box is great. And again, if you're buying into Thousand Suns, I am a Thousand Suns player, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, he likes this box.
I do play Thousand Suns. If you are buying into Thousand Suns, this box is awesome. You should probably get it. I'm thinking. Okay, I don't need it because I have a Magnus, but I am thinking about getting everything else in this box.
Maybe trading for someone else's or something, or seeing if you can trade away the Magnus.
Yeah, fair.
All right, so Cody, since you haven't volunteered one yet since the last time, out of the two that are left, which are the Chainbreaker Lance, wow, Chainbreaker Lance, the Knights, and the Custodes, which is not the best of these?
Custodes.
Agreed.
So yeah, I think we all saw that coming. So
Very close.
yes. Because both of these are you get an army in a box, or
Yes.
half an army in a box.
Or you buy 2 boxes and then you get an army.
This one I think might just. How many points is this?
1,295.
So more than half an army in this box.
Yes.
And it is very much helped with the fact that it comes with 3 5-man squads of Custodian Guard, and their minimum unit is 3.
Yes.
So you can either have 5 3-man units or 3 5-man units.
Yeah.
And they
all have alternate builds as well.
Yeah.
Yep. And you've got your fast attack option and the bikes.
And this one has the least expensive character, which is Valoris, because he's only $38. Well, I guess that's tied with the Space Marine ones, but those are also the bottom of our list.
Yeah.
So if you want to swap out Trajan Valoris, or whatever his name is,
don't forget to wear your Trajan, kids.
yeah, don't forget to wear. Like literally, you buy 2 of these, take Valoris out, and you have more than 2,000 points.
And it's not a big loss because he's only $38 of it.
Yeah. It's a pretty good list too, because a lot of I've read some of the competitive lists spam guard a lot.
Yeah.
So you hear us,
bikes.
You hear us, Henry Cavill, just buy a couple of these.
Yeah.
And your army's set.
My main 40k opponent has Custodes as his main army. I have played them a lot, and yeah, everything in this army is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
And yeah, so I agree. It is my second favorite, and it's almost a tie.
Yeah. Honestly, if it wasn't for Valoris.
Yeah, the only reason I want to give the best award to the Imperial Knights is because there's literally no waste if you buy 2 of those boxes.
Yes.
So I guess let's talk about it. Give me the points.
It's actually not as much as I thought, but there's a lot of variation in points in Knights.
Yeah, Knights have...
It is 1,005 points.
Okay. Which
So still over the 2,000 point mark.
Yeah, which is almost better, because even building minimum, you have basically no points to waste.
Right.
Yeah.
And the reason why this one takes it over Custodes for me is because while this is a named character, you can build any
There are
Titan in
5
class.
different options.
Is this guy an actual...
Yeah, he is the one named character, Sir Canis, or Sir Hector.
This guy, Sir Hector. So I'm assuming he's not actually in the faction.
Yeah, Sir Hector is the one named character in Knights.
Okay.
And I think it might be because it's called Canis Rex, not Sir Hector.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But again, you don't even have to build it as him.
No.
Right.
So you get one.
I did the lowest one, which was the Knight Gallant, and
Yes.
that was 405 points, whereas the character one is 490.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get basically you get one of the medium knights because there's a bigger knight,
Yeah,
and then you get
that's true.
2 sets of the small knights.
Yep.
You can build any of them however you want.
Yeah, but the fact that these are now the same, the armigers are now the same kit
Yes.
is fantastic, because you're not like, hey, well, I can only use these or these.
And I think that's what really makes this box amazing is that this is the most modular box.
Yes,
You can-
in so many ways.
This has all but one kit in the faction in it.
Yes.
And you don't need a bigger knight if you don't want to. Like, you
Right.
can, and you can replace one of those, but you can also just build knights. Like, even I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
I don't play knights.
Sean was saying the same thing. He's like, I could just buy one of those and just have a knight army.
Yeah.
I
Or
already pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
I am thinking about it,
Never
man.
played Knights, already pre-ordered it.
I've always had these ideas in my head for what I want to do with knights as far as conversions.
Yeah.
But even looking at this drives that away and just thinks, I could just play knights.
Yeah, it's true.
Because it would be
Yeah.
so easy.
Buy 2 boxes, you have a good 2,000 point list.
Yeah. And
Like with upgrades, you could probably buy this and then the bigger knight kit, and you're probably close.
Yeah, that too.
yeah, I don't know what competitive knights lists tend to run. I think it's a big... It's 2 bigs and a bunch of littles.
I think so.
So the mediums kind of get left out in those ones because I think they like the bigger titans, but
But they still hit hard.
yeah, they're still fine.
Mediums still do
They're still nice.
really well.
And I think the mediums look cooler, honestly.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah,
So yeah, this is our best box. I think we're all unanimous. Pretty close overall.
Yeah.
Which means we're correct, honestly.
Yeah.
And if you want to tell us your wrong opinions in the comments, you may feel free to do so. But we are right. Like, just letting you know.
Do you have a cool Mortarian conversion that you want to
I have nothing cool in my head for Death Guard in any way, shape, or form.
That's fair. I also don't like Nurgle, so.
Nurgle is the objectively worst Chaos God, honestly.
Yeah.
Fight me in the comments. Or don't.
Yeah.
Are you disagreeing, or?
It's hard to say.
Yeah.
Just because some of the lore behind Nurgle, like that they're basically all cute puppies inside, and they just want to play with people, but they play too hard.
That's just the Beasts of Nurgle. Like, the
Yeah.
rest of them are
Well,
still...
no, to be fair, all of Nurgle is the happiest Chaos faction.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, I mean, that happiness comes from diluted places of insanity, so, I mean...
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so is Slaanesh, so...
Well, Slanesh isn't happy. Slanesh can't be happy. That's the problem with being Slanesh, is that you're never happy again. You're always chasing that...
Chasing the high.
Okay,
You're
that's
chasing
fair.
the happy, and you'll never get there. To me, they're the least happy faction.
That's fair.
Khorne's happy as long as something's dying.
Yeah.
Tzeentch is happy as long as he thinks he's happy.
Yeah.
Nurgle's just happy, but Slanesh... We're getting off topic.
Yes,
This is not our... we're not ranking Chaos Gods. That's next episode. Chaos Gods ranked.
Yeah.
Number 1, Vashtor.
Yes!
Ooh.
But yeah, all of these are fantastic if you're looking to get into the faction.
So let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Like, with the exception of this one,
Yeah.
all of the boxes are starter boxes.
They all have named characters. Every single one.
Named characters, and for a couple of them, a lot of points in named characters.
Yeah.
And that's different from other battle forces previously.
Yeah.
I don't think they've ever put... Before this year, because again, the AOS had Sylvaneth.
Yes.
That had... What's her name?
Dryka.
Dryka. And that was the only one out of the 6 AOS boxes.
No, Nighthaunt also has
Oh, there was a character in that one?
Allender. You mean previous years or this year?
No, this year.
Yeah, this year Allender is in.
Oh, okay.
Lady Allender is in.
So they did a couple, but previous years, I don't think they've put any.
No, this is the first time that they've kind of done the character thing, and I wonder are they trying to get people into new armies?
Maybe. Because
that
I
the
mean,
goal?
that is probably...
I think so, especially since a lot of them, well, at least with the Chaos ones, they're centerpieces.
Yes.
They're huge. Like,
That
you know.
especially surprised me.
Mhm.
The centerpiece being in there is like a...
Yeah.
You never put those on sale.
Right.
They're your centerpiece.
Mhm.
That's a $170 model and a $210 box.
Yeah, whether you're starting the army or not, it's, here's this $150, $170 model, and then for $30 extra, for $40 extra, you get part of an army.
Yeah, the
Most
beginning of an army.
If you don't own those centerpiece models, those boxes are almost auto buys. If
Yeah.
you want them.
If you want
Yes.
yeah. If you want everything in them.
Because you get a bunch of other really cheap stuff.
Yes.
But on the flip side, if you do own those centerpiece models, they're an auto don't buy.
Yeah, because
Right.
they're not worth it just by themselves. Again, secondary market notwithstanding.
Right. So are they is this we're pushing battle forces towards starting armies rather than buffing them out?
Yeah, it would make sense because it makes it more likely that someone's going to buy more stuff because GW is like, hey, well, you already have this faction.
Oh, so you think they're
How
going
about the
for
second faction?
Yeah.
Buy stuff for that faction.
So you're
Right?
thinking they're starting people in a new faction with the idea of instead of trying to sell people multiple battle forces,
Yes.
they sell them a battle force
and then stuff
and a bunch of other crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
And
If you already have the $170 model, you might as well keep buying that army,
Yeah.
right?
But you can't buy not the battle force.
Yeah, don't buy the
Yeah,
Battle
no,
Force
no,
again.
No, you don't want another one of those.
It's a good deal, but it's
You don't want another one of those insanely discounted ones. No. You need to go buy
Yeah.
the fully priced,
which
Yeah.
is
10 other kits.
I think the thing that makes me think that is that on the box is still the character version. It didn't have to be.
They tried.
They tried.
Right.
It didn't have to be.
Ding, they tried.
There's like, oh, you don't want a second Chainbreaker Lance? That's a character on the box.
Yeah.
No, don't pay attention to it. It makes four other guys in it.
I mean, look how small. We're not even going to zoom in. Look how small they put the other 4 there, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they're not trying to.
Small
So
titans.
No, you don't want to build
Yeah,
4
go-
of those.
By Adeptus Titanicus.
Yeah.
The old small titans. So that's my cynical look at it. is
No,
that
yeah.
They're trying to get people into other factions because that means those people will spend more money.
And hopefully they don't do a Blood Angels box because they have 1,000 characters.
That's a Blood Angels box that's nothing but characters.
Yep.
And then they released a second one, which is nothing but Furiosa Dreadnoughts.
See, here's the funny thing. If they did that with Necrons, if they just released a box of all characters, but they were all plastic instead of fine cast, I'd buy it. I'd buy it immediately. I have some of those characters.
Oh,
I don't
plastic Dante, please.
Yeah.
So
Please.
let's talk about how there are no Xenos boxes.
care. Yeah, actual zero.
I wanted to start this
thank you.
video with that as the year that GW stole Christmas from Xenos.
Yeah.
Isn't that every year?
No, last year they had orcs.
Yeah, but I mean, just in
They
general,
always do.
every
Every year, every edition.
they steal a holiday from Xenos.
Yeah, there's 8 boxes, 2 Chaos, and
6
Imperium?
Imperium boxes.
Yeah.
what the hell, guys?
And even the Chaos used to be Imperium.
Well, yeah,
Oh, come on.
it's not even like
Go back to Age of Darkness.
They could have been demons. Those were Imperium.
No, those are Imperium. Empyrean, sorry. Empyrean? The EMPEARY.
Oh,
yeah, that was a bad.
That was a bad one.
That was real bad.
Don't cut that.
I deserve my shame.
But yeah, why are there so many freaking? I guess are Xenos really bad sellers? Are
So,
they really good sellers, so they don't have to do this kind of deal?
again with the cynicism,
Yeah.
Imperium sells better.
Yeah.
The rumor on the wire,
Actions.
a rumor on the wire is that this has not been a good year for GW. Now, part of the problem with that is that just means it wasn't as good as last year,
Yeah.
which was the single most gangbusters year GW has ever had.
Yeah.
And it was never, you cannot follow it.
Yeah.
But, blah, 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 in the world we live in, you have to have infinite growth. You can't ever not be better than your
Right.
previous year, blah, 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 blah. So, they might be going, all right, what sells well? Put it in the boxes. No, I don't want Tau, Jerry. No. Tau, no one buys Tau. Shut up. No.
Say that word, I will throw this glass at you.
I will kill Farsight. I will Pagan Abnett to kill all of your Tau. I will squat your faction, Jerry. Give me another Adeptus Mechanicus box. That is literally what happened.
Yeah.
I'm, in fact, 100% sure of it.
I can agree
I
with
was
that.
in that room for that meeting.
Fly on the wall.
We're gonna get sued.
Allegedly.
So yeah, it bothers me that they didn't do Xenos because I'm a Xenos fanboy.
I also like Tau.
Yeah.
Don't kill the Tau.
No.
See, I can't even say I'm a Xenos fanboy. I only play one Xenos faction.
Well, I mean,
I only play Necron.
that still means you love Xenos more than GW.
It's true. I am actually a Chaos fanboy. I don't like Mortarion, and I already had Magnus. So.
And I bought Cadius Dance, so
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Oh.
You're playing 40k.
I am getting
Playing
into it.
40K.
More on that later.
Yes,
Sorry, I played so much veteran on Dark Tide, I just had to buy the army.
that's fair.
Yeah.
The best recruiting tool I've ever made.
I would have bought it, but I spent all my money on squats.
Yeah.
Leagues of Votan, sorry.
Who are Xenos?
They are Xenos.
Yeah, they are in the Xenos category.
I don't know why.
All right, we've been going on long enough.
Yes.
So, that's it from us this week. This is what we agree to be the objectively best box. If you disagree, you can let us know. You're probably wrong, but you might change my mind.
Yeah. What's your order? Like, is Custodes the very bottom for you?
Do you just hate the Banana Boys?
I mean, I also hate the Banana Boys, but it's still good.
I can't, I hate the Banana Boys too.
Their helmets are weird.
Yeah, they are.
It's the plume.
Yeah.
I hate the plume. I hate the top knot. I hate all of that.
I
Anyway,
like it.
That's it from us this week. I've been Josh,
I've been Mitchell.
And I've been Cody.
and we'll see you next time in Miniatures Rundown.
Bye.